Genesis 46 through 50, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Jacob's caravan traveled to Egypt. Jacob blessed Pharaoh. Jacob blessed Joseph's 2 sons. Jacob blessed his own 12 sons. Joseph died. In Genesis 46, Jacob travels in a caravan with 66 people down to Egypt. In Genesis 47, Jacob met Pharaoh and blessed Pharaoh. Then the famine became so bad, the Hebrews ran out of money and sold themselves as servants to Pharaoh. They could work the land as tenants so long as they paid 20% to Pharaoh. The thing to remember for now, though, is Jacob blessed Pharaoh in Genesis 47. In Genesis 48, Jacob blessed Joseph's 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. He crossed his weird gem-like arms to bless the younger son with his right hand, symbolizing the seniority of the younger son. Joseph tried to stop him, but Jacob insisted. In Genesis 49, Jacob blessed all 12 of his sons. Many of the blessings sound more like curses, but it is significant that he included all 12 brothers. Think about this. In Genesis 12, God promised Abram the whole world would be blessed through Abram. In Genesis 21, that promise was passed only to Abraham's son Isaac. Abraham had another son, Ishmael, but only one son received the promise. The whole world would be blessed through Isaac, who looked like a robot. Beep bop boop. In Genesis 27, the promise was passed only to Isaac's son, Jacob. Isaac had another son, Esau, but only one son received the promise. The whole world would be blessed through Jacob. In Genesis 32, God renamed Jacob Israel, following a super cool wrestling match with an angel. And in Genesis 49, that promise was passed to all 12 of Israel's sons, not just one son. The promise of God given to Abram in Genesis 12, Israel conferred that promise to all 12 of his sons collectively. God was obligated to bless the whole world through Israel, and these 12 sons are Israel. In Genesis 3, we saw the fall of mankind. The story of Noah foreshadowed God's plan to save the whole world through one man. And when God made his promises in Genesis 12, God had committed to his plan of salvation. From the moment of that promise in Genesis 12, the entire narrative of a Messiah became inevitable. Everything in the Bible comes back to Genesis. The entire storyline depends on the promise given to Abram in Genesis 12. The Bible is a work of literature, and you will get the most out of it if you analyze it as literature. From a literary standpoint, the entire Bible narrative is about how God, the protagonist, fulfills this promise to Abram and thereby saves all mankind from his sin. The book of Genesis specifically is about how all 12 sons of Israel collectively inherited the promises given to Abram. That is the story of Genesis. In Genesis 49, Israel blessed all 12 sons, and then he died. In Genesis 50, Joseph mourns his father, buries him in the land of Canaan, forgives his brothers, and then Joseph dies. Let's reinforce what you have learned from the Bible Recall Memory Palace. In which chapter did Israel pass the blessing to all 12 of his sons? Genesis 49. Israel passed the blessings. This is the conclusion of Genesis. In which chapter did Joseph die? Genesis 50. Joseph died. Fare thee well. In which chapter did Jacob bless Joseph's 2 sons? Genesis 48. Jacob blessed Ephraim and Manasseh. In which chapter did Jacob bless Pharaoh? Genesis 47. Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And in which chapter did Jacob travel to Egypt? Genesis 46. Jacob traveled with his caravan, his descendants. And when we travel together to understand and know what's in every chapter of the Bible, then together we can change the world. Amen.